Good morning. It's September 23rd. We got some guys coming in right now. We're going to be taking a look at the fundamentals, the economic data that came out this morning and last night, and then also, obviously breaking down the chart. So let's get these guys in here. Let's see. Yo, what's
Morning,
up,
buddy.
Ruth?
How's it going?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great too, man.
Awesome.
Up
Hey,
early,
how are you feeling?
Pardon?
How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. I don't know, ready to get the day going again. So,
Do you feel any different?
yeah, I feel way different, man. I feel as if I'm getting into the groove of everything
Okay.
now, you know. My
Okay.
days are, yeah, my days are going well. I'm getting a lot done. So, you know, just gotta keep
Awesome.
going, keep consistent, right? It's the hardest part.
It's amazing to hear. Yeah, as you get through the week, it gets a lot harder to get consistent or stay consistent. So, you keep doing what you're doing right now, and you're gonna feel a whole lot different, even more than you do right now. So, just stay with the consistency. Stay doing what you're doing. Keep your eyes on the prize, and you're gonna be great.
I'm coming for it, man. I'm coming for it.
Yeah, Chris, what's up, buddy? He's gonna be in the chat. Good morning for a long time. Feels good to be back. Yeah, man. I don't know if you saw my message last night. I was seeing if you wanted to hop on, but most certainly can today. Got some slots open later this afternoon, but definitely want to catch up, talk, see how you're doing, and get you back on those train tracks, But let's I was gonna wait for one or two more guys to hop in, but we could always just start breaking down some of the things that came out yesterday and today. Obviously the Fed, I don't know if you took a look, reset at what we were talking about. Um Over here. Let's see. Not what we were talking about, but what the Fed was talking about yesterday. Do you see that link?
Yeah, I seen the link, but I didn't get a chance to take a look at it.
Okay. Yeah, write that down for today, like something that you want to get done. Go back and look at what they were talking about. Not so much that, because that was an article on like what to expect right over here. Here you go. What to expect. Forex Live is a very good source for any kind of fundamental news. Always good to go back and look at the session wrap of the previous session.
Yeah.
But highly recommend doing that for like post Fed, post the interest rates coming out. Like, what were they saying? I'm sure there is. Atlanta Fed, not fine. Just trying to see if I have a link for you. That was Tuesday. There's Wednesday, Asia mix. Yeah, it could be somewhere in here. I got to take a look. But today's a big day, not only for the PMI coming out and everything that we have. We got manufacturing and services PMI coming out for the euro, the pound, the dollar. These are some big numbers over here when it comes to the purchasing managers index. But what was I just gonna say? Lost my train of thought. But today is Evergrande. Today, Evergrande needs to make payment on the loans that they've been receiving or anybody buying bonds from them so that they can invest their money and it's a real estate pool, right? So people put their money into this real estate pool so that this company can buy properties all over China. And right now they're due to pay those people back. And there's been talk about them not being able to do so. And if that's the case, it's going to be huge for the real estate market globally. and what's to come possibly. So today is a big day. A lot of big investors, a lot of big banks are like kind of sitting back and seeing, are these people going to pay back? Because this could be a ripple effect into every other industry. So today is basically that day. So other than that, we have a lot of negative PMI coming out, a lot worse than expected. It is all above 50. And as long as PMI, Reese, this is a good thing for you to, write down, take note of. But anything above 50 for PMI means you're in an expanding market. Anything below, you're in a contracting market. So this is good, but at the same time, they were expecting a lot better over here. So when they're expecting a lot better and they get way off, like 58 compared to 61, 56 compared to 60, that's not good for the euro, not good for the pound. But at the same time, the pound right now is holding support. So, and also, you got GBP, manufacturing and services PMI coming out worse than expected over here. But right now, the main mover is going to be the monetary policy statement. Them talking about interest rates, what they're going to be doing with tapering, any of that stuff. That's going to be the main mover for the pound. So that's coming out at 7:00. So we're going to watch out for that. And then later on today, 9:45, we should get some good volume with any kind of dollar pairs or gold for flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. So that is what we have on the docket today. Let's take a look at some of our pairs over here. Break them down. I erased some of the drawings over here, but again, we've been breaking this down every day. After reaching 156 up here, a very significant level, right? We tapped into 156 after this market recovery from COVID, but also coming right back up here, we ended up creating this bearish trend over here, creating lower lows and lower highs, retesting the previous consolidation to the left, and then coming right back down and create a new low. But being that 149, you could actually say 149 flat on these higher time frames, but more specifically 149.300 has been a significant level over here. You have previous candle body highs. You could actually put this right here, and then you make that 149.300. That's been the legit level over here. So we keep tapping into this area and rejecting multiple times. If you look at the daily, every single time we've been one sec. Every time we tap into that area, you get that major rejection. So this is something, you keep an eye out for, and your pair pretty well. You have a good idea that price could be coming up right over here. So could we be coming up just like we do over here, up right here, right here, and right here? What happens is we create this low, we come right back up to retest the consolidation. Can you guys see my cursor? Like if I don't put all these arrows on here, can you just see like where my mouse is? Reese? No?
Oh, sorry.
That's all good. Can you see my my mouse cursor right now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So anyway, we create these new lows, and then we come right back up to retest the previous consolidation, and then we come right back down to create a new low. We come up right here, retest the previous consolidation, and then we push right back down, actually back down to 149.300 to retest that level over here. Do the same thing here, consolidate, order block, and then we push down right back down to 149.300. But based on history, based on what we've seen right here and right here and right here, look, every time we form that support in that same area, we just push up. So right now, could we be coming up into this area, create a retest consolidation, or create a little order block right here, and then continue right back down to retest that area? Or we create that order block and we start to break out to the upside and continue right back up to 156. We need a lot of things for that to happen. We need a lot of positives coming out of Great Britain. COVID panic needs to calm down a little bit. Economic recovery, people need to go back to work, stuff like that needs to happen for us to reach 156 again. But right now we are still respecting this bearish trend over here, and it's not stopping anytime soon unless we start breaking some levels, like right over here. We start breaking this level over here. Other than that, you're just waiting for resistances to form so that you could take price right back down. All right, we could very well end up breaking 149.300 and continuing right back down. We got a level right here. All right, could be coming right back down to here, 143, 146. You got different levels over here. This is the daily too, so you got other pit stops on the lower time frames, but that's just an idea if we do break this area and continue down, because you have a clean move to the left, but also this was the newest low that we formed. We come up to retest that area. Could we break through? Could we create that resistance over here and break through this support over here? It could happen. We're trading based on what we see, not what we think. So there you go, Chris. Appreciate it. So let's see what we're looking at. We are looking at the 4-hour right now. So anyway, we formed that. We had that consolidation over here. We had a little liquidity grab, and price ended up grabbing liquidity and breaking right through this support over here. Consolidated over here, grab liquidity again, pretty similar to this move over here. Grab liquidity again, tapped into this trend line we've been respecting, and then we just tanked, right? You had a little support right there. Resistance, price breaks out of that resistance, right back into the range, and then we just basically tank. This is a nice setup right over here to take this down, right? So anyway, we're holding support right now. Take a look. You get that resistance right here. This is a perfect setup. You get a clean move to the left. I'm actually gonna put my thing here. You have a clean move to the left over here. Label the chart a little bit. There you go. Price was ranging last night. I don't know if you saw the breakdown, but I said just to stay away from this range. Wait for price to break out of this range and wait for a range like this or us breaking 149.300 to continue down. But these are the ranges you want to trade in. These are the ranges you want to trade in. Always stay out of this consolidation, right? If this consolidation, I don't even want to really put this in your head right now, Reese, but down the line, when you get more and more confident, you get, you're studying these ranges that price is in. As long as it's a big range, sometimes you can play these ranges. But for now, what you want to do is you want to build skill and confidence. That's your main objective. It's not making money right now. I know that doesn't sound appealing, but right now, building that skill and seeing things over and over and over again and training your eyes, that gets you more and more confident. And when you get more and more confident, then you'll transition over to the live account. And when you get into the live account, that's a whole nother game. And that's why I was saying to you, you want to be on demo as least as possible, just because you need to feel what it's like to have real money in the line. Like demo, again, is something that you use to test a strategy out. And it's also something that you use as a beginner trader to feel what it's like to enter trades, right? You feel what it's like to place a trade, to manage a trade, to manage everything that you're in right now. We got a bunch of guys coming in, but all about managing that trade, placing the trade, closing the trade, getting some of those emotions out. But like I said, nothing is like the real market and having your real hard-earned money on the line. So that's why I was saying like 2 weeks to a month tops on that demo, and then you move into some real money, and that real money could be like a $500 account. And again, you're not focusing on making money, you're focusing on the skill, you're focusing on building that confidence.
Yeah.
And that's going to come. And you know, you can't rush the process. Rushing the process, you're going to get all scrambled. You're not going to, you know, you're going to get frustrated with yourself. You're going to be looking at other people and wondering why you're not where they are. But what you can rush and what you really have no time for, and there needs to be a sense of urgency, is the work that you put in. There's no, you know, since Monday, we put you on the track. Actually, since Sunday, we put you on the track to just basically become a different you and to make sure that you're getting the most out of yourself. Right. So now you're putting the work in and making sure that you're getting that.
Getting things done. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is a whole new journey for you. And I'm excited to be on it with you. I'm sure everyone else is in here, and everyone else is on the same exact journey. So it's good to have a group like that everyone's thinking the same way. Everyone's pushing each other, sending charts, doing all that stuff, talking in the live stream, giving ideas, sending your chart, and sending your journals as well.
For sure.
But anyway, we are breaking out of this consolidation. And like I said, you want to stay out of this consolidation. And eventually, once price breaks out of that consolidation, you got a clean move to the left here and clean moves to the left over here. Because once we break 149,300, we could be falling pretty hard. So
Really?
looking at the, I'm sorry, what was that?
We need to reschedule.
What was that, Chris?
I'll do a car service for what?
I can't really understand you too.
I mean, are we like way over?
I think he's on the phone.
Why did
Yeah,
I
I
do it
think
when
it's-
I went?
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah, he's on the phone.
Carlos, Gio, what's up, boys?
What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, boys.
Of
How's it going?
a whole
Good
thing
morning, boys.
when you guys came in. You guys doing well?
Yes, sir.
Carlos, how you feeling?
I'm pretty good. I'm good. Can't complain.
Like
Just-
it?
Yeah, just getting the day started.
Good stuff, man. Gio, how you doing, buddy?
Living okay. Thank you.
Cool. Cool. How's that place coming in Philippines?
Oh, it's we have one more unit to renovate, but yeah, hopefully in 2 weeks.
Good stuff, man. I was saying to send that into the side hustles. I think a lot of people would like to see that.
Oh yeah, I just saw your message last night. I just opened Slack,
Oh,
your DM.
awesome. Yeah, whenever you get a chance, no rush. But anyway, it looks like we are breaking out of this consolidation. We got a nice clean close above that area, a nice retest over here with a bullish candle passing the high of the previous candle over here. Again, we got a clean move to the left, but let's see how many pips we have in here to play with. You got about 115 pips. This is a perfect range. I would say a good range is 25, 30 pips, but when we have 116, this is nice. So right now we're forming that high, but what are we looking? Yeah, see that? What are we looking at on the lower time frames over here? We got that break above. We got that close above right over here, a little retest over here, a solid bullish candle over here, and then a liquidity grab, it looks like, unless we close right back into the range, but it looks like a liquidity grab and price rejecting this area once more. We rejected once, twice, 3 times. That's 3 hours in a row. We're rejecting 150, 100. So this was the level I was talking about last night during the breakdown that you want price to break out of, and now we are. But let's see what we're doing on the lower time frames over here to see if price is going to continue right back up. So again, let's take a look at our range to the left. So we don't exactly have 100 and where is that? 116 pips right here. We do for the entire range. We got about 100 pips right here. But at the same time, we have some pit stops that we got to hit. we have a clean move all the way up to this little consolidation here at 150,700. So that's where our next target can be, which is still a big enough range. Got about 57 pips here. So what we're looking for is price to continue to hold support over here. We're not going to rush into a trade. We're going to see how these candles close. Similar to what we had yesterday. I believe that was on gold. If I see it, I'll point it out. But you want to wait for these candles to form that support and continue up. Oh yeah, you know what? That was a previous trade that I took on gold that I waited for this support to form, and lo and behold, we had this liquidity grab, and I would have been stopped out if I didn't wait for that actual support to form. So let's see if we form that support. Potentially, probably wait for a price to break above this level over here, 150,400, and we could take this out. And let's say if we take something from there, we still got about a 32 pip range that we could be trading in. So that's what we're waiting for. That'd be interesting if we do break back into the range over here. Then I probably won't want to take it unless we get a clean setup and price, faking out and then continuing right back down here, just like we did multiple times over here. We had our consolidation over here, right? It's kind of hard to see when you're so zoomed out, but you have the consolidation over here once reaching this trend line, and then we get the fake out over here, liquidity grab, and then we break right back through that range, and then we create another order block right here to then continue up. We ended up tapping that trend line, and then we just faked out and continue down. So could we get the same thing right over here where we consolidate, fake out, and then we just drop? Now, I think we could get that, but I think we need to tap this trend line or retest this previous consolidation over here before that happens. Right now, I just want to make this a little less messy. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. This is just the range that we're focusing on right now, and we could take things up from there. So if you take a look at the 15-minute right here, it's a little messy, and you're going to want to wait for some kind of a close above this area before taking something. So it is Thursday. Thursday, we normally get some good volume. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, good days to scalp. Good days to, raise your risk a little bit if you get the setup that you're looking for. But right now, we're kind of stuck in here. I'd rather wait for a nice little close above this area. We got 33 pips that we could take this up and take that. So it is 7 o'clock right now. Hour just closed. So the hour, again, 3 hours in a row, we rejected this level 150, 100. So let's see what we get. Do we get a close back in this range, or do we break above? Let's see. Our range is here. Looks like we're getting some volatility right now. Let's take a look at the Japanese yen. I'll move over to gold as well. Do a little breakdown on gold. Just want to look at some things. What are these? Just taking a look at this with Justin. Indices. Got our dollar right now, still holding this support over here. Yeah, dollar's been kind of consolidating over here. Once we retested this previous high that we were at, we've just been kind of struggling over here. This was all of that printing right over here. The Fed took action, started Yeah, here we go. Global fear, uncertainty. Fed took action, started printing money. Right now, we're kind of in this range, but we form like a double bottom on the dollar. And if they start to taper and if they start to increase interest rates, this will turn into a nice reversal where you'll see, the dollar start to come up. You'll see a lot of things start to go the opposite way as well. But let's look at the Japanese yen right now. Yeah, Japanese yen is still kind of stuck in this. Since we've been in this free fall, we've been consolidating here. No clear direction on where the yen is going, but we have been respecting this little trend over here. But recently, we have been bearish over here. I know it's messy, very gappy, the yen index, but been respecting this area. Gap down over here on yesterday, right? Consolidated, dropped again. Are we going to consolidate over here and drop again? And then we'll get a nice move up on GJ if that's the case. So that's how you use indices to kind of play to your advantage and also understand where the opposite pair is going. So if you're trading like a US pair, USD CAD or USD JPY, or obviously gold as well, you're looking at the DXY over here to get a good idea where the dollar's going. And then you can either do the opposite or go along with it if the dollar is that main pair, like most pairs the dollar's in. But let's see if we hold this resistance over here and continue to fall. Go back to GJ over here. We are consolidating. I want to take a look at the pre-markets. Okay. Little optimism right now. Dow looks good. S&P looks good. Take a look at US 30 right now. US 30 is interesting. So US 30, we've been respecting this bullish trend. And I'm not saying that, this bullish trend is over just because we're breaking that. Like we've just been creating these lower or higher lows and higher highs, retesting the previous high, just continuing right back up with all this stimulus being put into the market. But right now, we're stuck in this range over here. And I'm not going to be concerned until we break like 33,200. But, other than that, we could just be consolidating, grabbing orders to then continue right back up. And I wouldn't be surprised. But right now, yesterday, Powell came out saying that they're not going to be, easing on any of the tapering or stopping or starting any kind of tapering or stopping any kind of stimulus anytime soon. He still needs to see a lot more. So obviously, that's what sent U.S. currencies, but also U.S. equities up. So looking at the 4-hour, we're coming out. We are respecting this bearish trend over here and forming that resistance. Get rid of this. Let's go most recent support resistance. Now this could be something similar to GJ. Oh, wait a minute. We got GJ breaking up over here. I'm just going to be placing my what's it called? Magic keys over here. Is anybody looking at GJ thinking about entering? What are you guys thinking?
I still have a runner open.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
Good looks. From where?
149, 200.
Dude, I almost entered down here too. Oh, 200. Okay. So you entered like basically like a
All
buy
the way
line.
in the bottom. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, it's a good move. I mean, we knew we were rejecting off this area I almost entered right over here. And then last night also somewhere over here. I just wanted to stay out of this range and wait for price to break out of it. But let's see if we get something that we want over here. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, I want to wait for the 15-minute to close above this area. Just so that, if so, I could possibly get a tighter stop loss. That's the case. If I miss it, I miss it. Carlos, do you like this setup? Chris? Reese? Oh, Carlos said BRB. Okay, cool. Are you in this, Chris? Awesome. Yeah, it's your first day back. Just got to get your eyes trained. All right, look over your journal. Get yourself back in a rhythm.
So this pretty much means it broke resistance, correct?
It's breaking resistance, yeah. But we could
Oh,
always
okay.
reject it. I don't think we are going to reject it, but I thought we could possibly reject it since we were in this consolidation, and we did pass the low of this candle. If I miss it, I miss it. Like I've grabbed this plenty of times, so it's gonna pop up thousands more times. So that's completely okay. It's a nice move though.
Yeah, I'm just on Trading View, like marking levels and stuff right now, getting used to it. So
100%. Yeah, it looks like trend left without us with this one, but that's okay. All right, while that's happening, I'm gonna go over to gold over here and take a look at where we're at. So gold, we're still pretty bearish on the higher time frames over here after reacting to 1830, creating that resistance, multiple rejections, and then just tanking right back down to 1750, 1760, anywhere in this area over here. Very significant level on gold. Let's actually get rid of some of these things. There you go. So it's a little bit clearer for you. We are respecting this this bullish trend over here right now. Looking at the weekly, looks like we kind of broke below it, but that's not our main confluence. We're not really looking at that too much on gold. We're looking at support and resistance. We got this resistance up here. We got this support right down here. The price is now reacting to very key level. Now it looked like over here, this was our significant level and price actually closed below. But we do have these wicks over here. So you can always leave this down here, and that's our support so far. And we are holding support. And every time we tapped into this area, just like GJ, history repeats itself. Where price taps into that area, then we push up. Taps into that area, get that rejection. Taps into that area, could we be coming up for a third time? See, I was breaking down the indices and ended up missing GJ over there. That's why I gotta stay. It's pretty hard to actually trade and live stream at the same time. I didn't realize it. Someone told me that actually does it as well, and I never saw it. I never really had an issue with it, and then I started to realize it's a little different. I love live streaming. I love interacting with you guys and trading live and all that stuff. I like the pressure as well. Keeps you on your toes. It's cool. I like it. But at the same time, I can't journal the same way I do, or I'm breaking something down for someone and then or for you guys, and then you miss a trade sometimes, but that's okay. You got plenty of opportunities. That's a good example for you guys. Like, you're gonna miss a ton of trades, especially in the beginning, right? Like Reese, you're gonna miss a ton of trades, but that's okay. Right now, you're just sitting there analyzing. If you get your setup that you look for, you're gonna be good. Did you go through the part of the course where you have the trading plan? Reese?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I actually have one. You remember the one we made together?
Okay, good. So you have
Yeah.
that sitting in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, get used to sticking with that right now. Get used to, sticking by your word and making sure that you're sticking to that. And things are going to start to clear up for you where you're looking for something. It needs to be a clear setup and clear confirmations for what you look for every single time. And if those don't check off, you're not going to take the trade. You're just going to journal it. Now, I want to go back to GJ real quick because looks like we created that high, which is good. So possibly we could still grab this. This is what we want, right? We create that range, we create that high up here, and then price retraces a little bit. So let's see where the 15-minute candle closes in 2 minutes over here. I just want to put more emphasis on GJ because most of you guys trade GJ only, and not many of you trade gold as much as I do. So just want to make sure we don't miss this. So what I would like is for this to be created, price comes down, forms a support over here, and then we take price right back up. And again, you got plenty of range in here for you to take anything here. Got about 33 pips if price comes down. It could very well leave without us again, and that's fine. But this is something you journal, like how would you take this trade? And it's a pretty wide stop loss. So your 1-to-1 would have to be this resistance up here. But that's why I'm looking for a better price to get in with maybe a tighter stop loss in the middle of this range besides the bottom of this range to take this up. Now, good practice for you guys too is, when you take a trade, like let's say a scalp like this, you take that trade and then you place a wider stop loss down here, knowing that we're in a bullish trend, place a wider stop loss that could end up being a swing trade so that you grab the whole move. Now, again, you lower your risk when you increase your stop loss, but it's always a good practice to create that scalp and then with a tight stop loss, and then also enter one other trade with a lower risk that you can basically turn it into a swing. All right, 15-minute candle close with a wick right up here. Let's see if we get a retest. Guess not. No, we don't know yet.
So at this point, are we waiting for a bottom wick to form?
Yeah. So I mean, so far the 15-minute candle doesn't have a bottom wick, but what we're looking for is some kind of a retest because it's the same exact thing as business when it comes to people saying buy low, sell high, right? You want to get in at a better price. This, if you, a lot of people get FOMO right here, where price ends up creating this candle right up here, they end up buying at the high up here, or buying like getting worried that they're going to miss this trade, and they end up buying like right here as this candle's pushing up instead of waiting for a better price. Just think, like you go to a market and you go to negotiate with somebody. I don't know. Let's say it's like a farmer's market or something like that, and it's individual selling goods. You go there to negotiate with them to see I don't know what you would call. There's a place called Collinswood Market where people sell individual stuff, memorabilia, stuff like that. They're not like real businesses. They're just like kiosks that you could go in there and buy different things, sell different things. But say you go in there and you have a certain price point that you're willing to buy this at. And if they're not willing to meet that, you're just not going to buy it. Right. So right now, your price point is right down here that you want to buy GJ at. And they're not willing to meet that, price is just going up. So the value of this is just going up, and you're not willing to pay as much as what they're listing the value as. Does that make sense? It gives you like an economic outlook of what this is or what we're doing. We're just standing strong, and not impulsive buying. We're not emotionally getting into this pair or buying this product or anything like that. What you're doing is just sitting there waiting for the value of it to come down a little bit more. Same thing with the real estate market. You want to buy a house, right? The house is listed up here, and you'd rather buy the house down here. And once it comes down here, then you'll buy it. But if it doesn't come down there, you're not going to buy the house because the value of it could just continue to rise. Does that make sense, Reese?
Yep.
Cool. So like always keep that analogy in your head, because once you do, you're not going to be buying the high and selling the lows. You're not going to be getting in there emotionally. And that's the main thing we focus on right now, just emotion-free trading. You don't want to get too excited over anything. Just want to be smart and stay on top of your stuff.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice and pay attention to rejections now. So
Cool.
it's starting. Yeah, I'm like starting to see it on the charts. So
Okay. Yeah, the more you just go back and look at price, like how did we react in certain zones? How many times did we reject until we, took off? How many times did we tap on a trend line? What did we do when we broke a trend line? Right, respecting this trend line over here, we form support. We form a double bottom over here, right here, and then this low is higher than this one, right? This one is a little bit lower, this one's a little bit higher. So what normally happens when that happens? That means you're going to get a successful double bottom. So we form support over here, we break resistance right here, and then we're off, right? So how many times does that happen? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to playing a range, Reese. This is something that you could start focusing on down the road, but right now you want to stay out of these ranges and look for the clean moves to the left. This is more like advanced stuff.
yeah.
So right now, price is struggling to continue to break up. It's not like we're going to take this up here. We're just waiting for price to reject and continue right back down so we can get a better price. But while we do that, we can go back to gold and see what we're doing on gold. So gold did something very similar to what we were talking about with GJ, right? This area of 1830 is very significant as well. Every time we tap into it, we just end up creating that breakthrough where we continue all the way down. We just reject it really hard, right? So we did that, right? Created that resistance, respected that resistance. And now we've been respecting this bearish trend over here. Price creating these new lows, consolidating, doing like a fake out over here, tapping the trend line, and then continuing right back down to create a new low. Coming right back up, consolidating, respecting this previous area over here. Can always draw that right there. Previous support, now a resistance, and price is pushing down. But we ended up coming right back down to 1750. Now let's look at 1750 to the left. 1750 is a very significant level over here, right? Previous resistance, support. We got kind of like a fake out over here, but right now we're holding support over here and we're pushing up so far, right? Creating these higher lows, consolidating, higher low over here. I don't want to put all these trend lines on here. I don't like that. But just a visual representation that price is holding support right here and continuing up. But we are in this range. It is difficult to trade. Looking at the 1 hour. 1 hour, we're just printing sideways. So right now, gold is in an interesting spot right now. What we are waiting for as well is our PMI data. Flash manufacturing, flash services PMI to come out. Let's see what we get. I don't think this is really going to rattle the market, but yeah, we are holding support over here, continuing up. Yesterday, we had this rejection from the Fed talking, and now we're holding support over here, coming right back up. Let's see what we do. But so far, we are respecting this bearish trend. I'm interested to see if we do break above 1780 to then continue right back up to this area up here, 1796. Start filling this wick and continue right back up. GJ again is struggling over here. Yeah. While we wait for GJ, if we do get a possible move on GJ, we're going to wanted to take a look at the Forex live breakdowns. Some more details on Evergrande. Again, a lot of markets are waiting for this. A lot of big investors are waiting for this to see if they're going to be able to pay. Offshore coupon, US dollar 83 million. So they're thinking that Evergrande is actually going to pay up today. I think a lot of people do, but you know, if it does go the other way, it'd be terrible. I think Australia's what did I hear? Crazy stat. Majority of, let's say, Australia's retirement is tied into things like this in China. China and Australia's economies are very tied together. I don't know if you want that as a nation, but Let's see, Evergrande. I believe this is the correct ticker. It looks like it is. We've been in like a free fall over here. Damn, they've just been on their way down. I didn't try to trade this chart. What did we see? I think Geo was in here. We saw this one like Hong Kong USD or something like that. All right, Reese, I'll see you soon, buddy.
Right, see you guys. You guys have a good day.
You too, brother. Talk soon.
Thanks,
all
bro.
right? Let me
Yeah.
know if you take anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Gio, do you remember that?
Forgot which. I think it was Hong Kong USD.
Was it? HKUSD, something like that. I don't know. Whatever. We may have missed the train over here. See, even on the 5-minute, it's not like a clear entry. Left without us. All good. And we also do have another range above here. The clean move if we do break and close above that area. But my guess is we're gonna exhaust over here, maybe come down, enter a range, and then we'll break out of there. I don't know, with some good volume. Oh, you know what? That was news anyway. I forgot this was coming out. Monetary policy, everything basically stayed the same. Nothing new there. Yeah, China over here is bracing for the downfall of Evergrande.
Do you think Chinese government will let them, when they bail them out,
Will the Chinese government what?
bail the Evergrande out?
Oh, yeah, I think they'll do some things to get involved, because they know how valuable they are. Like $300 billion is not a light thing to be in debt with. Now, for them to save their economy, the only thing is that's exactly what happened here in 2008. Once the government got involved, it was a bad idea, right? Remember, the government got involved with forcing other banks to pick up the slack for other banks and to acquire assets. Like Chase bought the Washington Herald, or not Herald, but I forget what it's called. But basically, the U.S. government came in and asked like Chase Bank of America, all these banks to pick up the slack and to buy these other banks at a cheap rate. So I don't. Who knows? I could see China doing that, but we'll see. It's a nice trade though, Gio.
Yeah. I still have I have another partial TP at 151 flat.
Okay, cool. I like it. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's currently running at 150 pips.
That's amazing. Good for you, man. Gotta post that in the group. So I'm at least waiting for some kind of a 15-minute support to form if I take this, but at the same time, like this is the move of the morning. You don't want to get too eager in trying to take a trade up here, even if we form a support, because you could always get faked out and continue down. Not that that's your thought process. It's just like, all right, even though we form a support, I'm still buying at the high. Um, Also, guys, I'm gonna have to leave here around like 8:10. I have to pick up a client at 9. So just wanted to give you that heads up. Carlos, is there anything you feel like you're struggling with right now that we could talk about or fix?
Probably honestly, I think it's right now, like, this besides journaling, is identifying trend lines and reversals.
Okay,
Oh yeah, that's why I just been going back on the teachables.
cool.
Just really listen and try to learn on and identifying those things.
There you go. So, break of levels or break of a trend.
I think it's more of the levels, because sometimes I do, like, just paper trades,
Yeah.
and it goes it goes the other way, because I'll be like, okay, maybe the way it looks, it might go up, but it always it does the retracement first, or it retraces before, and then I think my entries, they're a little too early.
Okay, so what you want to do is focus on the one pair, right? And look at how many times that happens. Like, let's say with this right over here, like you think price is continuing up, looking at the 30-minute, right? Price is continuing up. Then we grab liquidity over here at 6 a.m. and then we hold support. We reject this area and we continue right back up, right? So how many times does this happen right here at 6 o'clock after breaking a level? It happens a lot on gold at around like 8 o'clock or before 8 o'clock. You get that liquidity grab before continuing up. So you just want to be aware of how many times this happens. Just keep asking yourself why and stay in the know. Stay in, why does this keep happening? How is it happening? What's the purpose of it? Just keep asking yourself those questions.
Yeah, for sure.
How's the cleanup going?
Oh man, we finally getting to the point where it's gone, and it's just doing the roofing now,
Awesome.
and that's it. Yeah, getting back to normal for sure.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it's definitely that feels good for sure.
Trying to connect. Let's go. Finally. Took forever for me to connect my Apple Watch for some reason to my new phone. Gio, anything you've been working on that you're kind of struggling with or want to focus on?
Really just trying to focus more on the stuff, like the investments that I'm doing.
Hard to understand you. What was that?
Oh, just the investments that I was working on.
Oh, the investments?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay, yes. I was
that's
talking about more with trading, but that's awesome too. Obviously that's gonna take a lot of your time.
well, yeah, with trading, just I think it's just just the time management. Just trying to get up early, just to
True.
catch those trades.
True.
Yeah, because it's just with the time zone difference, it's just
It's
a
brutal.
challenge. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame you. What are your nights like
Uh,
on average?
well, I get what do you, I'm sorry, what was that? What was
Like what would you say like your average night during the week is like?
mm, well, I get home at like what, like around 5:30 after work.
Okay.
Then because I try to like be in bed around 9, so I can get up at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So after work, sit on the computer, work on some stuff, and try to backtest at least an hour
Okay.
of possible trades for the day. And then the remaining hours is just mostly working on like, the with my people back in the Philippines, just trying to catch up on where we at on our projects and stuff.
Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is getting to bed early so that you can wake up early. Like a lot of people think, like, all right, I'm ready for tomorrow, or like they kind of reset. I've heard a lot, like you lost the momentum and you're trying to reset the next day and wake up early after going to bed late, and keep going at it. But it's all about like how you control your night, and when you control your night as much as you can, and set everything that you need to, um you're gonna be pretty. It's gonna be a lot easier for you to wake up. Like when you do what I do over here, I do this almost every day. Actually, every day. Where you write your goals down. You also write down some of the to-do things you need to do, and then on the other side of that paper, you plan your entire day out, and that's easy to keep your hours accounted for. I know you're on top of this. I'm just saying for just anybody.
Yeah, I like doing that as well. I like having a to-do list,
Oh,
and
yeah.
actually, yeah, it actually feels really good when start crossing out some stuff in there.
Oh yeah, it's a dopamine hit. I highly recommend anybody doing that. Even like if you're somebody that feels, on top of your stuff and all that, if you just do that every single night, it's so much easier for you to wake up in the morning and get everything done, get everything crossed off. That to-do list because there's so many things that you need to do. You have your daily must list, things that you make sure that you have a high standard of, that you get these things done every single day. That's separate. Then you have a to-do list, and you have a major to-do list, I would say, and then a minor to-do list. And a lot of that stuff on the major to-do list, you got to get that stuff done today, and you don't mind doing that stuff today. There's also things in that minor to-do list of things that you need to get done. You're just not going to get around to it. Like you're just like, all right, you're kind of procrastinating it, whatever the case is. But things that like aren't as important to get done right now or today or this week, that you just have it on there. But it's good if you keep looking at it, because you're going to have to get it done at some point. So that's why you have something like this where you write these things down every single day. Okay, I got to get this done. Got to do taxes. Got to go pick this up. Got to go grocery shopping. Got to, call this person. Got to call this list of people, right? Having that is very powerful. And then crossing it off is even more powerful because you feel the sense of accomplishment, the confidence behind it too. So it's good. Get these new blue light glasses. Kind of cool. But the problem is they like look like work glasses. Like I'm on a construction site or something. So. Chris, I know you can't talk, but you can type in the chat if you want. But how you doing, buddy? Feeling good? I know you've been out of the loop a little bit, but we'll get you back on track. Let's hop on a Zoom today. Catch up on all that. Doing goof. I know what you mean. Good to hear. So yeah, we're just waiting for some kind of a support to form over here in GJ. Working more? Okay. What at the school? Yeah, GJ's just hiking up over here. Ah, the entry was on the 1 hour. 1 hour came down past the high up here. Would have been in this. So on the 30-minute, it's a little. Yeah, Chris, we miss you in the workout channel, man. A lot of people posting the workouts and getting after it. Miss seeing you in there with the runs. Yeah, Carlos, you weren't in here at the time, but Chris used to post like his mile run in the morning and like just beat his time almost every morning. And he'd be like, be cold out, he'd be in a jacket and everything, it'd be raining, he'd still do it. So yeah, I got no doubts that you'll be back, bro.
Man, that's badass.
Yes, sir. He's got a cool fitness channel. Actually, it's got a nice Instagram as well with him and his wife doing workouts and recording them for people. But Chris, I was looking for your Instagram. What is it? Couples Concrete. Okay. I'm going to look for that right now. Yeah, there you go. I knew there were two. I don't know if I told you, I'm back on Instagram. Gio, I'll see you soon, all right, buddy? See you tomorrow. Oh, Chris, also, how are the boys doing? Little Jamie. Good. Of course, man. Of course. So we really don't have much going on right now. Looks like we're forming resistance over here on gold, but GJ is just on its way up. Unfortunately, we missed this. But the entry right here was on the 1 hour as we form support right over here. Rejected once, twice, 3 times, and a 4th time over here. Created a bottom wick over here at 7 o'clock, and then passed the high of this candle with a clean move to the left. 1 hour would have been your entry, something like this. And this is something that you guys could journal. I'm certainly gonna journal this. Oh, not fibs. Is that there? Yeah, that's your entry right there. All right. So guys, I gotta head out. Have a great day. If you guys need anything at all, let me know. Keep that consistency. Chris, I will talk to you later. We'll figure out a time maybe tonight. Seems like nights are better for you. Yeah, we'll talk in the DMs, all right? But Carlos, I'll see you soon, all right, buddy?
All right, man. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Awesome. Yes, see you tomorrow. Yeah, I would journal this trade. This is a good trade for you to journal. Take a look at, the side on the left or the moves on the left that you can mirror. Highly recommend doing so. And just writing all the detail, like, all right, listen, I couldn't get an entry on the 30-minute or the 15-minute, but this was a perfect impulse entry on the 1 hour, anticipating some volume during 7 o'clock.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. That would have been a nice trade.
Yeah, 100%. But you win some, you lose some, you miss some, you get some. So I will see you tomorrow, and let me know if you need anything. All right. I'll
All
see
right,
you in
man.
the
Have a good
fitness
one.
channel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's go, baby.
All right, man. Peace.
See ya.